Luilly. It's not our fault to work poor family. Toastmaster, guests, invitees, welcome. But it's our fault to have that kind of destiny that we're not born to be alive. Let me have a seat, please. Today I'm going to open my heart to you guys because the first time, long time ago, when I started in Toastmaster, con la fuerza de la palabra, Gina was the person who talked to me. You did great. You threw out the paper. You didn't read nothing. But you didn't tell us nothing about yourself. I remember that day. That was like 10 years ago about. So today, that I want to open my heart and talk about myself, I want to expose myself to you guys. So my 3 lessons that I have in life, I want to explain it to you one by one. Number 1 lesson, courage and resilience. Courage and resilience. Mama, was an orphan. At the age of 6 to 7 years, she was lonely. Mama was an orphan. So we were so poor. Very poor people who live in a valley or neighborhood where other poor people they live. So when I go to I just take a shower once in a while. I mean, every week, not every day, like we're supposed to do. See, that's that I remember that I was so scared to fight because I'm just too short. Oh, at the time I was too short, of course. So I was so afraid to fight with people, with the kids, and my mind told me, next time they hit you, I'm gonna hit you back again, but harder. So one little kid around started to push me. So I was afraid of my mom more than that kid. So I fight harder than I kick his ass. I punish him. So next day they kick us out of that place that we rented out because he was the son of the owners. So we couldn't stay anymore in that place. So in that 6 to 7 years, I started to learn courage and resilience because I was so short. And I started to learn a little bit of martial arts. My mom taught me how to use some martial arts, and then I read some books, and I started to defend myself against the guys. So Luilly was one of my person that I follow on books and TV and everything, and it's one of the things that I can tell you about courage and resilience. Because in the elementary school, all the people start to want to kick me, and so I just defend myself, and I start to learn martial arts. So they start to respect me. At my age of 14, 15, and 17 years, actions have consequences. That's the second learning that I have. Actions have consequences. You can tell karma law, or you can say like what goes around comes around. Whatever you have in your mind is something that you do and you have consequences. That's what I learned because I started to be in games. as a robbery with gun and pistols, guns, and knives. It wasn't nice, but my grandfather was a kidnapper. So my grandfather, so he get to jail. He was in jail and he was killed inside because he kidnapped politicians of Mario Beteta. I just remember my mom told me about Mario Beteta. Mario Beteta was a politician at that time that he was very strong, so he was killed for that reason after 7 years to be in jail. So when I was 14 and 15 years old, I was like a bandido, belongs to the gangs, fight with people. They called me in Acapulco Chilango because I was living in Mexico City. Now that I'm telling you that, to be honest with you, I robbed and I was in jail for a few hours to steal a motorcycle. So I don't recommend you to do that because what goes around comes around. Your actions have some consequences, so don't do that. Especially if you don't be this person, the people that want to steal, because I wasn't there. Everything was okay when I saw a parade when the military people, they have a uniform and arms and everything, and I was so excited. My mom saw me when I was watching the TV, looking the parade, and he said, so, do you like it? And I said, yes, I like it. Maybe I was something in my blood and I feel like it to be inside of the army. But then she said, son, over there they're gonna hit you, over there they're gonna push you, over there they're gonna do a lot of things against you. So do you really want to join to the army? And then I said, yes. So she sent me on my 17 years old to the army, a sign of paper to have the permission to get inside of the army. Because in that age, you cannot go by yourself. You need the permission. I was on the Colegio Militar 3 years, which was high school, and also I get a degree as a physical teacher, and second lieutenant is only one. Second lieutenant, that's why I talked to Amos about it, because he was also in the army. So I got my respect to him and all the people that was on any kind of government institution of arms. So I learned a lot of respect, discipline, that things can happen. If you are disciplined, nobody's gonna hurt you, and you just have to follow rules and regulations. So what I recommend you for the people like me that was on the gangs, robbery with pistol and knife, don't do that because it's pretty dangerous. My third lesson is think big, think extension, like I was introduced. Well, now, after I finished college, 3 years later, I went to Houston, Texas. I got cousins over there. I met a girl. I didn't quit of the army. I just met a girl that I like a lot from how she was living in Houston because his father was an engineer. So I thought that I was in love. I don't know. Now that I'm older, my concept of love changed a lot. So I followed her. By the time I was there, I went to high school. I was skipping around. That's why I'm not speak fluently. That's why my English is not perfect. Because I was skipping around. I started to be also in games like Chicano gangs and things like that. Again, my way wasn't okay. I started to work as a cleaner, dishwasher, all kinds of jobs in the United States. 3 years only I was in Houston, Texas, so I went back to Acapulco. Acapulco, I started to work in a timeshare. Timeshare is a system to sell a part of the ownership of a hotel or a room. So I like it a lot because free breakfast, the environment was okay, you don't use uniform, you get good commissions. And by that time I was very good. Somebody teach me how to do it, and then I started to sell and sell. At least 3 sales or 4 sales a week I made. So I was very happy about it. But then I started to get warm to me that kind of selling. So I started to learn about real estate business. I opened my real estate business and legal firm here in Cancun. People tell me, you're crazy because you're not a lawyer. So I studied my second degree. My second degree was a lawyer here in Cancun. And now I'm thinking to have a franchise of a law firm with real estate. So what I recommend you guys is to have resilience, to have courage, think about what goes around comes around, and think big, think expansion.